All right, so this is for the guys that are converting a 94 little Honda pickup truck, and you guys were using the same controller, and I noticed when you fired up, we're bench testing your motor and controller setup, that you were getting a throttle even when you weren't throttling it. So here's the pedal. I don't know if this is the pedal you're using, but this pedal has given me problems with these controllers, but not specifically these ones. The smaller ones that he has, the same guy sells these ones, and I have had the same problem with these. But when I literally switch the same setup from this controller to that controller, I don't have that issue. So I have to make sure with these controllers, I have to use a potentiometer style throttle instead of the Hall. So this is a Hall style throttle. So if your dip switches, basically all I ever programmed, since you guys were asking about it, all I ever used to program these is the dip switches. And that's normally my setting. 3 is peak current on, and the rest are just like that. And that's the settings I need for the pedal that I have. These are a Hall magnetic Hall style pedal. So honestly, I don't really know the difference in why it is the way it is, why you have to change that, because they're all 0 to 5 volt, basically a 0 to 5 volt pedal that, your pedal, when you push the pedal, it changes that signal wire, the voltage in that signal wire and the ground wire, and tells the controller what to do. So I guess basically you need to make sure that setting is set right on these controllers, and maybe change your throttle input to something like this. I've had good success with these. Never really had one of these go out. I just was never able to get them to work with those controllers. The one thing that you have to realize, I can't remember if you were using a pedal like this in the bench test, but the color on this on these wires is off. So that's another thing to take note of. The green wire you would think is ground, but it's not. Okay, classic old Chinese move is their colors are just for some reason different standards to us. So green is actually the signal wire, red is 5 volt, and yellow is ground. So when you hook into your controller, if I remember correctly on these, you have ground, signal, 5 volt, and then from somewhere over here you got to jump the enable, which I normally just run through my keyed switch. So I switch the signal from the pedal on and off, and then I'll have a main kill switch somewhere else that just kills the power to the whole controller. But so you have to hook the green wire into this into the signal, which would be the middle. Sorry, hook the yellow wire into the ground here, the green wire into, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Yellow into ground, green into signal, red into 5 volt. And I guess if you're using the same pedal, make sure your dip switches are the same. You can even put 3 off if you want peak current to be off, and your pots here, which I think, yeah, they're even labeled. You got current. This would be your current pot, and your acceleration pot, and regen or braking pot, which I don't ever use that with series motors. So normally, just kind of basically on this acceleration pot, I turn it all the way up, and then I kind of just back it off a bit, because all the way down with these acceleration pots is just the ramp up speed is absurdly slow. I can't think of a use case for that, but it's got to be out there. So I figured I'd share that with you on the issue I've had with those pedals and these controllers. Hopefully that helps, and hopefully it helps you guys get that thing running, because it looks like a fun project. And it looks like you've had fun building it.